Have you ever felt like it's just pretty hard to run meta ads for your music that actually get results? If you haven't, well then congrats. You are, I guess, either super talented or special.
Talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, showstopper.
If you have, then welcome to the club. I have definitely run meta ads campaigns where I've been like, what the heck is going on? Why isn't this working? I feel like the music is really good. So there is a reason why it is harder than sometimes it seems like it should be to run meta ads for your music. In today's video, I'm going to break down what that is and explain why it matters so that hopefully we can all make our meta ads campaigns a little bit better. So let's get into it. So the number one reason that meta ads for music are harder than they probably should be is because Spotify doesn't integrate with Meta. And what I mean by that is that there's no way to put a meta pixel into your Spotify for Artists account and actually track which people who click on your ads are going on to stream your music or save your music or follow you as an artist. And so you have no visibility from the meta ads perspective on what ads are actually driving conversions. And because of that, it's really hard for Meta to optimize your ads for the right people. So just to illustrate the two sides of this, imagine you are running a campaign for some e-commerce brand where you are running ads and the outcome you want to encourage is people buying your product. Maybe it is a coffee mug, like this coffee mug that has lukewarm coffee in it. So when you run your ads on Meta, you'll send people to a page where they can buy your coffee mug. And when people buy on that page, it has the Meta pixel on it, and that pixel will pass back to Meta saying people bought the coffee mug. And then Meta knows, okay, this was the person who bought. This person lives in the US and they are 25 years old. Let's try showing our ads to more people who live in the US and are 25 years old. And they keep doing that until they really dial in on the people who will love your coffee mug. And so it's very easy for them to tell if they're driving the right audience and getting the right results. Now, on the other side of this, imagine that you're running meta ads to get Spotify streams. The most obvious way to do this is to literally just run a video on Instagram or Facebook, have people click that video and go right to Spotify. But the problem with that is that Spotify doesn't tell Meta if the people who clicked on the video actually listen to the music. And there are plenty of audiences and people in the world who are just very likely to click on things. Older people are one of those audiences. Bots are one of those audiences. And so Meta will run these campaigns. They'll put the music out there and they'll find the accounts that click on it. And because they can't know what's happening on Spotify's side, they'll just keep optimizing for those weird audiences. And you end up with a ton of clicks and no streams or saves. This is obviously why we run engagement campaigns rather than just traffic campaigns. So we have a landing page, we're sending people to a landing page and then optimizing for clicks on the landing page rather than just clicks on the ad. So we're hopefully filtering out a lot of the bot traffic, a lot of the bad audiences that don't go on to stream the music, but we still can't know for sure because Meta doesn't integrate with Spotify. So you probably know this already if you have been doing meta advertising for your music. So this isn't like new news, but I think it's an important reminder that we really are working with two separate platforms. And so we have to find ways to align the interests of what Meta wants with what Spotify wants. And there are plenty of ways this plays out. For example, you've probably heard people talk about front loading your ad budget. So if you have $500 to spend on ads, spending $200 in the first couple of days. And the rationale for this is that you can drive the most algorithmic traction on Spotify in the first couple of days. But Meta doesn't necessarily care if you spend $250 over a couple of days or if you spend that over the course of a month. And actually, you'll usually benefit more on the Meta side of things if you stagger the budget over a longer period of time because it gives them a longer time frame to find the right audiences. So it's typically 30 days till a campaign is fully optimized. If you spend everything in 2 days and it's not totally dialed in, you're not going to get the best results on Meta. But there is the advantage of sending the most possible traffic to Spotify. So you have these competing kind of desires of the two platforms, and you always have to be just balancing what does Meta want and what does Spotify want. Now, maybe someday Spotify will let us integrate the Meta pixel. Probably not, because I think they're most focused on building out their own advertising suite. But until then, and if that ever happens, we just have to work with the tools that we have been given. And that is why running Meta ads for Spotify streams is hard. So I don't really have one strong, clear takeaway from this video. It's just something that's been on my mind, and I wanted to offer a reminder to you. If you're advertising your music, it's not easy. So hopefully this is just a reminder and also an encouragement. As always, if you would like to learn more about meta ads, I have a community that you can join, $15 a month, where we go over how to set up campaigns, and I also run these ads for people. So you can check all those things out at the links below, and wishing you good luck as you make and market your own music. You got this.